Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1971 Consul 231.3 vintage ultra portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Czechoslovakia. Hard to pronounce. Very nice, well engineered machine. Love the design. It's all metal. European engineering with a bilingual keyboard. So it's got English and Spanish European symbols. So it's got the UK pound symbol and the US dollar symbol on it, and some other symbols for the Spanish language. Up top are the margins. This is your left margin. I'm going to set that as close to the edge as possible. That gives you about to space 5. This is as close as you can get to the edge on this one. I believe that's by design. I don't have that many consoles that I've worked on, but there's no more room to move that margin. And a lot of people enjoy having a little bit of space, a little buffer space on that edge anyway. And the right margin you can move all the way to the end. But we're going to set that around 75. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got a scale, holds the page down nice and tight. This has a dead key by nature of the Spanish. So what you do is you hit the dead key and then you type the letter like that, and then you can put the accent marks over the top, but it doesn't advance the carriage, so you would hit the accent mark and then whatever character you'd like to use. I don't speak Spanish, so I'm not exactly sure how to use it. I just know that the dead key doesn't advance the carriage. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1 or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch forward to the 2. It skips 4 half spaces. When you have it on the 1, it skips 2 half spaces. So actually it has, yeah, it's just 1 and 2. So single and double, and then 0, we'll do that later. So we're just going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence on this next line. Beautiful. Really high quality, ultra portable typewriter. Really nice print. It doesn't have a red option due to the nature of its ultra portability. A lot of ultra portables don't have dual colors. So this one will only print black. And if you have a black and red ribbon, it won't print just the top. It prints kind of in the middle. I tried to put a black and red ribbon on it, and it was kind of mixed, black and red. Print looks really good. Pica typeface, prints 10 characters per inch. I really love the design of this. It just looks really charming and sharp. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip that forward. It unlocks the rollers underneath the plate, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Also allows you to straighten the page if you load it crooked and then just flip it back before you feed it through or you load the next page. I'm going to flip this down for now. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the right side. Very smooth. This button with the arrows going left and right is the margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release. It does allow you to type past that all the way to the end. Very good. The hood pops up straight up like this. It's got 4 prongs that go down into little bushings. All metal shell, really strong and durable. And it's got that high quality segment design that kind of the brothers have. Just really sharp, precise typing. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the, it's actually pulling to the, well, it's pulling to the right, but we're almost used up the left side. But if you want to switch that direction manually, you just flip the switch that you want it to go to the side that you want it to go to towards the middle. It'll pull to that side, and that's meant to catch the eyelet or just get to the end of the ribbon and it'll pull on that for automatic reverse. Doesn't have a touch control either, but the touch is really light. It's not as light as a 32 or some of the other consoles, but so it's right there in a sweet spot, I would say. Really nice touch quality on this one. And that just goes straight down into those bushings. Carriage release on the right side only, which is typical for an ultra portable. Very smooth. It's got a unique carriage travel. It's kind of tilted, so because it's got the carriage shift, so it just has a really nice smooth glide to it. And if you push that line space selector all the way back to 0, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it forward to the 1, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half space. It does have a page gauge on the inside of the left side of the platen, and that just kind of warns you when you're getting close to the bottom of the page. I'm not sure exactly what the measurements are, but that's what that does. If you figure out the measurements, then you can track the page length. And it does come with a carrying case, really nice leather carrying case. So this is a high quality typewriter for an ultra portable with all the bells and whistles of a ultra portable. So if it has a leather case, typically it's an ultra portable. Smaller if it's a smaller size, other than like an Olympia SM9, which does have a leather case, but they're bigger, much bigger. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.